Hello everyone, I'm back again. I'm going to go through the birthday party, but this time is for communities. Previously I made an individual birthday party, but it also can be used with some tweaking for communities and also for companies. So what the main function here would be is that your birthday buddy bot that you're going to create will have some bonus features that I will go through later, very similar to what the individual birthday buddy bot has. And also the main function is to be able to post into channels, and then it can remind everyone in the channel on whose birthday it is for the week. So why I decided to build this is because I've been in many Catholic communities previously. We always collect birthdays, but we only tend to celebrate them once a month. So maybe we have a pool of 8 people for that month, and then on one day of that month, we'll all just celebrate it together. Even though we're meeting weekly, I think it is a bit odd for me, because if we can wish the person at least a birthday on the week that we meet, I think that's a bit more meaningful than just lumping everything together. In the same way, we can also use this for companies. So instead of your group names, it can be just departments that you can use instead. So hope you find it useful as we go along. I've split it into two sections. Essentially, one is a Telegram setup, and then followed by your Google Sheet setup. So first we want to create your Telegram bot. So for that, we'll look for bot father. We'll open the application on Telegram. I'll fill in the details. Just make sure the username for the bot always ends with the word bot. Once you create that, you'll have a hidden key. Then you can just copy that and keep it aside for now. That's essentially what we call your bot token. I want to share a bit more about Telegram channels and bots. Channels can be private or public. You can add as many subscribers as you want. When it's private, you either individually invite them or invite them through a link. Bots, however, are not private. They're always public, and they can be discoverable as long as someone knows the username. So to add a small security feature to this, I've added an approved list of IDs that only can access the functions of the bot. If the approved list is not updated in Google Sheets, they will just get an access denied. So I'm using the word ID instead of username, because there's also a difference between the username and ID. So Telegram usernames are usually an @ followed by a handle that you can always change. However, Telegram IDs is a 9-digit number that is attached to your account as soon as you create it. So let's just make the Telegram channel first. So you create a new channel on the left panel, and then set it to private. You get an invite link that you can share, or you can also add the members. You definitely want to add your bot into this channel as well. Once you add the members that you want to remind, and also the bots will be forced to be admins in this scenario. They can only be added as admins because they have some functions to play in the channel. So for our bot, we only want it to post messages, so I've disabled everything except for the post message under the manage messages. Now we want to find all the individuals who we want to give access for the bot and the other functions. So I've created a message on the side and I shared it in the channel. So all the users that you want for their IDs to add into the approved list, they can just click on the bot's handle and hit start or type start, and then it will come up with access denied and the person's ID. Just ask all of them to forward that message back into the channel, and then you can add that to your Google Sheet later on. I'll be orientating you to that later. Now we also want to find the channel ID. This tells the bot where to post the messages. So what we can do is the initial message that you send on the channel, just hit the forward and then share it to JSON.bot. So you can see over there the icon, and once you do that, you'll get a very long message in this other chat. Just look for the word forward from chat and the ID. So the ID will be your Telegram channel ID. It usually is a negative number. Now we go into the Google Sheet setup. So I've already created a template. We will just duplicate that template first, rename it and save it into your own Google Drive. After that, your column A, B, and C, you'll fill up as required. So group name can be empty if you want. If you leave it empty, the system will take it as the word community instead. Name is the person's name, date of birth, and then once you set the remind me every, which is which day of the week you want to be reminded, column D will automatically update to become the notification date. On what date are you going to be notified? The key that you saved earlier, the bot token, you can paste it there. The web app URL is what we're going to do later. The negative number Telegram channel, you can paste it there. When you hit share for your Google Sheet link, when you want to share it with others, you can also paste that link just below at your Google Sheet link. The bot approved Telegram IDs, just list them out for each role, for each person. Then there's the format of how you want the Telegram message to come about. So in the curly bracket, name will be column A value, group will be column C value, and day phrase will essentially be day of the week, or is tomorrow, or is today. So we can just rearrange, but just ensure that you always have name, group, and day phrase in the message. So we were talking about the web app URL. So if you go to the top of your Google Sheet under extensions, you can look for app script. It will open a new window. On the right of this new window, you will see new deploy. Hit new deployment. Now another smaller window will open. You can call it anything you want. Just make sure that anyone has access in this scenario. Then once you deploy, you will get a URL. You can hit copy and that will be your URL. If you don't see the URL yet, it most probably ask you to get authorization. So for authorization, just authorize the access, or go into advanced, then continue with the permissions, take all the permission and hit continue. And then once you do all that, you've pasted the link for the web app URL back into the Google Sheet. We'll go back to the script, and then after that, hit on main and change it to set webhook, and then hit run. So what we're doing here is essentially connecting both Google Sheet and Telegram together. You'll see a small little window pop up at the bottom, and you'll see this webhook has been set message. Once that is done, it means everything has been successfully set up. So what we want to do is we want to set up a trigger so that we don't have to ever open this anymore. So the Google Sheet itself will run your script, and we need to let it know when and how to run it. So for that, we'll go to the app script. On the left panel, you'll see an alarm clock kind of thing, and then you click on that. Your bottom right, you see add trigger. You'll open up this window. Make sure it's main, head, time driven, day timer, and select what time of the day you would like to be reminded. It's all in 1 hour blocks. On the right side, you have a failure notification setting. So this is when they will email you when the script fails. Personally, for me, I set it to weekly, so at the end of the week, I will just review what has happened. So once all this is set up, I'll explain a bit on how it actually looks. So for today, the recording was done on the 6th of Feb. So in this scenario, I set it to 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. and I saved it. I have some approved Telegram IDs, and I said remind me every Friday. So even though the date of birth was 6, 7, 8, and 9, so it's after, for the week, you will see all the notification date has automatically been set to 6. And in the same way, name's birthday from group 1 is today, then Bob, group 2 tomorrow, Faith, community, because I put the word community there, it says community as well, John, and then group 1. You can see the messages that automatically comes out from the bot. Then we also have bonus functions. So for this bonus function, you need to talk to the bot directly and not in the channel. So we can always check the IDs. So one way is just, as long as you don't have access, you will always get this access denied in your ID message. But the minute you do have access and you hit start, they'll give you 3 other functions: today, add, and open Google Sheet. So to be approved, you just make sure in Google Sheet your number has been added there. For today's birthday, every day you can just write today/today in the bot, and it will let you know whose birthday it is that day. You can also add new birthdays directly from your bot. So if you hit /add, it will give you a kind of an instruction on how you want to add. You can add multiple people. Just remember that you have to use comma to split between name, date of birth, and group. And if you don't have any group for the person, the word community will auto be written. Earlier we copied and shared the Google Sheet in the bottom part. That's for this feature. So when you write open Google Sheet, it will send you the link of the Google Sheet. You can access it directly from your phone and edit whatever you need, as long as you have access to the sheet itself. So this kind of comes to the end of my video. I'm still learning new stuff. I built everything today with AI. It was quite fun, and I hope you find it useful for your usage as well. Thanks.